Hi, you saw my first introduction video in which I explained a concept, which anyone with a smartphone can participate. And I'm going to give you more information for you to take a decision about what is this entrepreneurship in the 21st century. Now, before I explain you the concept, we have a simple process. And the reason for that is we want to identify serious people so that we don't waste each other's time. And there are four reasons why we go through a short process. First is, of course, we want to establish mutual trust and transparency. That means I want to be sure and you want to be sure that we are dealing each other with the right person, because I have been in the business for a while and I've seen success. Now, many times it happens that, when you go for a job, they see your CV, which basically tells your credentials. In our business, we don't look at the CV. We want to know the character of a person. And that is evident by if they honor what they say, they do. And they are straightforward, honest, hardworking. These are the traits we look at when we are in the selection process. The other thing is, there is a lot of fiction and facts going around on the internet. Now, everybody has opinion on, almost everything. But facts are facts and they are backed by numbers. So the person we choose to work with, we want to know whether you take decisions based on facts or opinions of others who have no clue about what we are talking about. So in case you have problem deciding on the facts, then maybe this is not for you. Thirdly, we want to know what you bring to the table because we will invest a lot of our time and energy in the people we select. So are you ambitious on a scale of 1 to 10? What would be your score? Are you the sort of person who is working to help people rather than just profits? And are you kind of accountable for what you do? And the last is why you want to do something other than your profession or education. So these are the four things which you can think about and we can discuss next time. Now, you know, goals are something which are very, very important for our life. Without goals, I feel nothing is achievable. In every sports, if you see, there are goalposts or there are wickets because the player has to have a clear-cut idea what needs to be done. Imagine a football game with no goalposts; it's meaningless. Similarly, starting anything, you have to be clear on what are the goals, what you want to achieve. And believe me, many of the people I work with have achieved all 12 of them. So you can pick and choose the top three or four. And when we talk next time, you can tell me. Now, I'm going through something called cash flow quadrant and asset development. These are the two major things I will talk to you, which apply to our business. Now, Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book called Cash Flow Quadrant, in which he divided the world in four different quadrants. Now, the E is the employee quadrant where people are happy with a paycheck. They will work 40 years and retire. Nothing wrong with that. Some ambitious people start their own small business called S, where they work maybe 15, 20 hours. And if they don't do anything, there's no money because 100% of their efforts. Now, the big business are just maybe 2 or 3% of the world. These are people with big goals, big dreams, and they invite employees to work for them and they pay them like Microsoft or IBM or Google. And literally hundreds of thousands of people are happy to work in such companies. But the owner of that company is the one who makes, the big bucks. And last is the I quadrant, which is only for those who have plenty of money to invest and not for, people like us. Our goal is to help you get into the B quadrant using information technology. Now, in the E or S quadrant, you can pretty much see that you're making a living because you have only 100,000 hours to make money in your lifetime. And if something happens to you, you lose your job, health challenges, money stops. Now what Uber, Netflix, Airbnb, all these 21st century companies did was they created a business network. Uber provides services and food. Netflix provides entertainment. Now they put this on the web and they have literally millions and millions of customers. Now the total volume generated by the customers helps the business owner create cash flow. And this is exactly the model we are following. But we are in the fast moving consumer goods industry, or we also call it essential products industry, something you use every day, day after day after day, month after month. And not only you, but everybody who you know, they're using consumable products. Some of the big companies in the world are, Procter & Gamble, Walmart, they sell consumer products in billions. Now, in the pre-information age model, I would say, before 2000, typically an average person would work for a company, which is your job. And while working, they would build the company's asset, or they would build the company more business by giving your time for a salary. And then they would take that money and spend it on the stores where the store owners makes money and you just get the product. And the end result is you just make a living because your job controls your paycheck and the stores control how much money they can get out of you. Now, in the information age model, like Uber, Facebook, Amazon, we help you create, we will give you a store which will provide you with the products to you and customers. So you are the owner of the store. And second, we help you through education, training, coaching, mentorship to build a network. And the network will be your asset. Any products which go through the network builds your asset. And that asset, once built properly, gives you time to live a life. You don't have to work 9 to 5 throughout your life. Building the asset and a store which will provide products and services. But this is what our model is all about. Now, as I mentioned to you, Uber and Airbnb, Uber has no taxis of their own. They may be the largest taxi company, but they don't own any assets. Their only asset is their app. Airbnb, they don't own any building or a house. Their only asset is the network of people registered and the customers. Now, similarly, in the fast-moving consumer goods, we already have a network, whether it's a family, it is a Facebook network or an Instagram network, and all the people consume products which are available in the market. But if you are a consumer, you won't make money. In our model, you will make money because you become owner of a store, which we will provide you. Now, just to give you a simple example, if you personally are using a store, right now you may be spending 100 to 150 rupees a day, which is a very nominal amount. Now, any person has a circle of around 300 people who do the same thing. They go to store and buy. And these 300 persons also have their own circle. So through these 300, you have a network of around 90,000 people, each spending $100, 150 rupees, 200 rupees a day. So you can imagine that almost 1 crore per day of products and services are flowing through this network, but you are not aware of it. Now imagine we help you, give you a store with all the products, guaranteed products, and also we help you create a network. You could make a lot of money and basically have a life other than making a living. Now, if you are happy with whatever information I've shared, let me know, because the next step would be to go into more details of how the money is made, what is to be done. That will depend if you have interest to take it further. With that, I would just say that my journey in this business started a few years back. I was working as an engineer in major companies in Middle East, in Canada, in India. As a mechanical engineer, I did a lot of projects like the Burj Khalifa and many buildings in Delhi. But what was the result? The companies benefited. And I had to look for other jobs because the salary was a issue. Now, using this concept, I'm able to develop a network in North America, in Europe, in Middle East, and in India. And the logistics, distribution, manufacturing, all we have subcontracted to a $8 billion company, global company with 100 countries. So you can imagine anybody uses our products in any of these countries, I make money. The same opportunity is available to you, provided you show interest, you are good for your word, you take a decision based on facts, and you have a strong why. With that, I'll say thank you for your time and hope to see you again through LinkedIn. Thank you.